Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to a very, very, very late episode of Holy Plot. See, I earned that. Yeah, it's brutal out here. This is Liam, Jacob, James. They're around. I don't know. You got eyes, don't you? We're watching Scavengers Reign with our eyes, and you know what? It's still pretty good. It dropped another 3-episode batch at 12 a.m. Pacific time, which means very late everywhere else that isn't California. Why does anyone live in California? Who would want to do such a thing to themselves? Look at him shrug. He knows it. Right off the bat, like, comment, subscribe. I'll know if you don't do it. I know who you are. Right off the bat. These episodes were not as good, in my opinion, as the last batch. I feel like a little bit less happened, but I still quite liked it. I wanted more of the cat, the big cat bear ogre monster that's got Camen in it. I feel like I'm probably sitting at like a 7 for this batch, but maybe if my co-hosts rave about it, it could go up in my estimation. It's not like nothing happened. I feel like these were they were very focused on a couple plot points, rather than sort of like broader strokes. I missed Levi more than I thought I would.
I very much miss Levi.
I miss Levi's presence.
I missed the cat. The cat was not in these episodes really, except for a little bit.
And when we refer to the cat or full name Kitty Cat, we're talking about Camen's evil parasite creature. It doesn't resemble a cat anymore, but at the beginning of the show it did. At the beginning of the show, yeah. Now it's kind of like a walrus polar bear thing, but at the beginning it looked like a cat.
We missed it.
Yeah, I see what they're doing. I do agree that these episodes are a little weaker. But I think this is like the second act slow down point. Yeah, the second act, like, essentially the show is like getting ready to conclude itself, because if you don't know, the last batch is the end. And I think when we were watching it, because we watched it together, not together, you get the point. Basically the entire time I watched these episodes, I was saying to myself, I want these people to start fighting each other. Not really, but that's what's going to happen in my opinion. And I think these 3 episodes were trying to subtly build the tension of either these characters having to fight each other for their survival or having to work together in these...
Or both.
Yeah, I think what's going to happen is after these past 3 episodes, because Ursula and Sam are in a really weird spot, where Sam is like basically this like parasite creature at this point, and
he's got the Beanomorph in him.
Yeah, and then Ozzy has got these 2 clear downgrades from Levi, and you can tell she's feeling that. And what I think is going to happen is the mad dash for the Demeter in the next episode is going to cause a lot of infighting. It's also going to cause people to have to work together against evil circumstances, like Sam, for example, is totally going to implode, near the end. And I think these 3 episodes are laying the groundwork for that, and you wouldn't have the tension and the climax that I think we're going to get without setting some of the ground rules. As far as the strengths for these episodes, other than setup, are totally the 2 main creatures, which was the evil Cthulhu xenomorph thing.
The Beanomorph.
One of the coolest things they've done so far.
When you go back to like our first review, we said that we wanted to see the xenomorph Scavengers Reign equivalent. I think this was kind of it, where it's this weird parasite, Cthulhu, interesting creature. Once again, the creatures just keep getting a little bit more and more involved, Lovecraftian.
Maybe the most wickedest, evil, nasty monster type creature. That thing
was awful.
Has got to be the super long tail guy.
The Panther.
The Panther, yeah. It uses its crazy long tail as
A lasso.
Like a lasso. Yeah, and it drags you down to the depths, and then it starts chewing on you like a demon. That was a cool creature, and there's a bunch of them on this.
And I think throwing creatures like that at Sam and Ursula, and Sam somehow, because the last time Liam was kind of talking about it, how like the creatures have like these weird ways of reproducing. In the last batch of episodes, we had like the replicant clone creature thing, and this time we have the Beanomorph, which is a funny name. And Sam is getting better and better at combating them.
I think Sam has probably benefited from the slower pacing of the batches of episodes the most. I think in each batch of episodes, like it started off very aggressively paced, and then we've seen with each batch, and at this point it's the slowest. And I do agree this is probably the weakest batch, but I think that Sam and Ursula's plotline has definitely benefited from that the most. I think when it speeds back up, I think we'll definitely feel that.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the move, and I think this is like going to be our main criticism, the move to not have Camen in these episodes was probably necessary to get us involved in the characters that are going to be in the climax, because I mean Camen is at this point like an animal, so I feel like we need to get to know them more, but at the same time Camen is the best character in the show,
and that, like you said, this is making you slow down and really focus in on these characters. And maybe you're right, Jacob, and it is sort of the calm before the storm. And this is providing a necessary foundation for something really cool. And we did see at the very end our boy, the kitty cat, who's like a big ogre creature. He's following Zari and then Barry. Ozzy. Who's Zari? Is that like an Overwatch character? I'm so...
Dude,
Zari's from Duolingo. That's how tired I am. Zari's from my Ukrainian lessons. This is ridiculous. Anyway, they're being followed by the big kitty cat. So I think in the next batch, don't worry, kitty cat fans. We're going to make it. We're going to be back before you know it.
The way we were describing it when we were watching it is like the kitty cat is kind of becoming like a evil serial killer.
He's like a slasher villain.
Yeah.
It's like lurking in the shadows. And I kind of wish these episodes would have benefited a little bit more from seeing like Ozzy comes across, because they did it at the beginning, and I thought it was very cool, where Ozzy comes across the kitty cat's rampage of the other settlers' ship. I think more stuff like that would have been really cool. Like even if Sam and Ursula saw something that the kitty cat was doing, or if they came across it, had no idea what it was. Of course, we know at this point. I thought that would have been cool. I think you don't have to have it be the focus. I totally understand the idea of letting it go to the background so that we care more about what's going on. Because, for the record, I didn't give a shit about Sam and Ursula 2 weeks ago. And
no, I didn't either.
I don't think, if they didn't make the choice to draw the focus into them, the show wouldn't be working. But at the same time, I do want the kitty cat to kill like all of them and like eat half the people in the Demeter. The problem with the show
I want to see it become like a T-Rex.
Yeah, the problem with the show is that I want the humans to live, but I also find the kitty cat's like mechanisms and how it works really satisfying. So I'm kind of rooting for the kitty cat to do cool stuff at the expense of the characters I like.
I'm always down to watch people get ripped apart by psychic energy, but seeing as that didn't happen too much, for me, these 3 episodes, it's going to be a extremely solid, but still slightly downgrade from last episode, 7 out of 10.
I definitely want more kitty cat in the next 3. I think they've definitely earned the chance to go back to that really aggressive pacing of the first 3 to kind of go full circle with it. And I definitely want to see Camen kind of come back into focus. I did appreciate the slower pacing of these. I appreciated that they've really gotten me on board with Sam and Ursula. Really fun creature stuff. The Beanomorph, it's probably my second favorite creature after the kitty cat. So 7 out of 10 for me. Still enjoyed it a lot.
I definitely like the show the most out of the three of us, which is weird because I feel like I won it. I'm gonna give this an 8. I think the vibe is very good. I think the setup is very good. This is people that don't like these episodes or like people that don't like the first 2 seasons of Better Call Saul. You just gotta wait a little bit. I do think they're the weakest. I think this show is going to benefit a lot from a binge scenario. This entire show is going to be looked back at one point, like, and I mean we've been saying it since the beginning, like Primal, like Over the Garden Wall, where it's just this like kind of like hidden gem. So please go watch this. Thank you for watching our videos on it, and HBO Max, make more of it. That's all I got. 8 out of 10.
Well, unless my co-hosts have anything else.
Nope.
Jacob is outvoted, unfortunately. It is a 7 out of 10. If you wanted to be generous, we could give it a 7.5. Anyway, thank you very, very much for watching. As Jacob said, we really appreciate all of the engagement we are getting on these videos. As always, if you make a comment, we'll read it, we'll respond to it. If you subscribe, we'll pop off. You won't see that part, but trust me, it does happen. It really does.
It actually does.
It definitely does. If you like the video, I'd be down with that too, man. You can really do whatever you want. I'm not your dad, you know, whatever. But that being said,
one demand. Watch our Invincible video tomorrow. Watch it.
That's true.
It'll be good.
Watch it.
You should watch it. Anyway, I'm off to Club Bed with MC Pillow, DJ Blanky. Good night, everybody.